on
what
the charge.
crime or what?
Right now, all I need you to do is keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna do it. Arrest me.
It's not always that you see a police officer held accountable for their actions, but when it does happen, it usually signifies major wrongdoing. Today, we'll be going through some cases where corrupt cops made a wrong decision that led to the end of their careers. On the 9th of May 2023, a resident of Palm Beach Gardens, Ryan Gould was swimming in the swimming pool of his apartment complex when a woman named Anna Ivanova came up and asked Ryan to swim in the other direction, parallel to her. Ryan, however, declined this, as he claimed this side was much longer. Both of them started to swim perpendicular to each other, and after just a few minutes, both of them ended up colliding on the end of the pool. That's when Anna decided to call her husband, who came over and attempted to intimidate Ryan into leaving. However, as Ryan resisted, his husband got closer to Ryan and displayed his firearm by lifting his shirt. Fearing this, Ryan quickly left the swimming pool and contacted 911 soon after the cops arrived, but instead of calmly dealing with the situation, they proceeded to show unnecessary anger.
Come in, how you doing? Keep hands out your pockets for me.
I'm not the one who's done.
Sir, keep your hands out of your pockets. Put the phone down.
I haven't done a crime. Don't talk to me like that.
Listen to me. I don't know you.
Listen,
you can put
I don't
that down.
know you. You're the one with the gun.
Get down on the ground now. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground.
What the?
I told you not to reach for anything.
I haven't committed a crime. You don't have any.
Hands out to your side
I haven't
now.
committed a crime.
Officer Bethany Guerriero was the aggressor, as she made no attempts to de-escalate the situation. Instead, she forced Ryan on the ground and continued to make matters difficult for him.
Put your hands behind your back.
You can't detain me for what?
Yes, I can.
For what?
I don't know you.
I don't know you. You're the ones with guns. Yeah, you're arresting me for nothing.
I'm detaining you right now.
That's fine. You're detaining me for what crime?
Because you don't want to listen.
That's not a crime. Are your body cams on?
Yes, they sure
Good.
are.
Good. I called you guys for help because this guy's brandishing a gun at me.
Sit down. I didn't say get up. I said sit down.
Who the is this? Where's your supervisor?
I'm getting one.
See how she's talking to me? I haven't done anything.
You don't
Why
want
am
to
I in
listen.
handcuffs? I don't care. You're not my
being
mom.
silly because I'm
You're not
coming
my
here
dad.
for a gun.
That's fine. I don't have a gun. I haven't committed a crime.
And when I told you to keep your hands out of your pockets,
You're not
you did it.
I didn't commit a crime. You don't get to tell me what to do.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Why are you yelling at me?
Because I have every
Who
right to
are
right
you?
now.
What's your badge number?
321 Guerrero, Guerri. Make sure you spell it right.
If you're this scared of a guy in a
I've been here
swimsuit,
for 20 years.
20 years is important. We'll get back to that shortly.
you're terrified of a guy in a swimsuit. I didn't do anything.
You can shut your mouth now.
They just detained me. I explained. There's no gun. That guy
I don't
has a gun.
detain anybody for no reason.
Then what reason?
Because I
What
told
crime
you
did I commit for you to detain
shut your
me?
mouth so I can explain it to you?
Are you in charge of this lady? Who's the sarge? This is absurd. Why am I in handcuffs on the ground? Are you a supervisor?
No, he's not.
Can someone explain why I'm handcuffed on
Can you
that?
shut your mouth so I can talk to you?
Imagine calling the cops over to help you, and they end up arresting you instead of the person who brandished a weapon on you. Ryan was rightly frustrated and made sure to let his feelings known to the corrupt officer.
You're terrified of a guy in a swimsuit. I didn't do anything.
You can shut your mouth now.
They just detained me. I explained. There's no gun. That guy
I don't
has a gun.
detain anybody for no reason.
Then what reason?
Because I
What
told
crime
you
did I commit for you to detain
shut
me?
your mouth so I can explain it to you?
Are you in charge of this lady? Who's the sarge? This is absurd. Why am I in handcuffs on the ground? Are you a supervisor?
No, he's not.
Can someone explain why I'm handcuffed on
Can you
that?
shut your mouth so I can talk to you?
Look at you. You're furious. What did I do?
You did not listen.
You're not my boss.
Listen to me.
I don't need to listen to you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. Who are you?
This is the only way.
I didn't commit a crime. I don't give a fuck. I didn't commit a crime. She doesn't get to detain me.
Yes,
Pull
I
her
do.
gun.
Even after recognizing that Ryan didn't pose any threat to them as he was unarmed, the officers refused to let him go and persisted with the arrest. Ryan proceeded to pose several questions on the laws, but the officers had no answers for him instead of issuing more threats.
Pull her gun on me.
Because when
Put
you
me
put
on the
your
ground.
hands in your pocket and
I
I'm
didn't
getting
commit a
phone call
crime.
of a
I don't
gun,
care.
you
You're
don't
that
wanna
terrified?
listen.
You shouldn't be a cop if you're that terrified.
I've been here for 20 years, punk.
Yeah. Here. Can you ask this lady why I'm in handcuffs? Tell her what crime
I keep
I've
trying
committed.
to tell you.
Go
and
ahead.
you want
What
to keep
crime?
talking over me.
What crime?
Okay, let's bring it down a notch.
No,
okay?
just tell me what crime I'm in handcuffs for.
Because I get called here because
Crime.
someone is.
What's suspicion?
You don't need to be in crime.
Yes, I do. To detain me. You need
detain.
suspicion of a crime.
No, you do not.
Yes, you do. You don't know the law? Please explain it to him. You cannot just go around detaining random people.
Can you calm down for a second?
I'm in handcuffs.
Can you calm down? Obviously, we're not getting anywhere.
Stand up. I'll calm down if I can stand up.
No, you can have your seat on the ground.
For what crime? What did I
I'm in
do?
charge, not you.
No, you're not.
And you blue nail polish, cute.
Okay.
No.
I'm not gonna do it. What did I do?
Down, all right?
What did I do?
All right, don't try to get up. Sit down.
Ryan was surrounded by ignorant cops who kept on intimidating him. Despite facing this atrocious behavior, Ryan kept fighting for his rights.
Can someone tell me why I'm in
I already
handcuffs?
told someone
what
to charge
crime
to get here.
or what?
Right now, all I need you to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna do it. Arrest me.
You are under
Yeah,
arrest.
I want you. Okay, arrest me.
You're
Go ahead,
under
take me to
arrest for
jail.
resisting. I am
Go
gonna
ahead,
take
take
you
me
to
to jail. Take me to jail right now. Take me to jail. Do it. Do it.
Oh, I will.
Do it. I'm ready.
going to.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready.
What's your name, dude?
Excuse me.
What's your name? What's your
Allow
name?
me to stand up
What's
and
your name?
No.
No.
Negative. Doesn't work that way.
Okay. Tell me what crime I'm here for.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You're
You're under arrest.
For what crime?
You have to give your name. You're already on the
That's fine. What crime
Don't
though?
worry. She already told you.
She's already got
Resisting arrest is a secondary charge. That's a secondary charge.
It's not a secondary.
Then take me to jail. I'm not
You are
going
going to jail. Don't
Okay,
worry
let's
about
go.
it. I got you.
Ryan was right once again, as the officers had no legitimate cause to arrest him. However, sometime later, Eddie's supervisor arrived on the scene and began conversing with Officer Bethany.
All right. The other guy that called is armed.
Can you start up for a minute so I can?
That's what I'm talking about.
Stop.
I'm not going to stop
Put him
talking.
with his face on the ground.
Stop.
I'm not going to stop talking. Arrest
Stop.
me. Arrest me.
You are under arrest.
Okay, take me.
I got you.
Take me to jail.
Go ahead.
Caller calls. I guess he was doing this, harassing the out of his wife, yelling and screaming. Causing 38.
He's harassing
This one is harassing.
his wife?
Yes.
Wait, the caller's wife or his wife?
His wife. The caller has a gun. This guy came at him the way he came at us, and he opened up his shirt. He came out here. Me and Strzelecki roll up. He's got his hands in his pocket, and I go, bro, take your hands out of your pocket, right? And then when he goes and pulls the phone out, and he goes to put it back. I said, keep your hands out of your pocket, and I throw down on him.
Officer Bethany seemed unaware of the facts, as Ryan had never threatened Anna. She was presuming things on her own and had done no investigation whatsoever to reach her conclusion.
Gets on the ground, he tosses his phone to the side. I go, put your hands behind your back. So I cuff him up. He's like, look at you piece of shit. You're fucking like just went off. You have no right to detain me. He goes, resisting arrest is a secondary. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So obviously he's amped up on something. But when he, like the first couple times when he didn't want to listen to me about keeping his hands out of his pockets, I thought it was funny, I drew down on him.
Okay.
That guy.
Has any?
Finally, the officers decided to go over and talk to the person who brandished the weapon and caused all this fiasco.
Yeah, I mean, my wife called me. This is where my involvement started. My wife called me.
That's your wife?
Yeah. I was in the apartment putting groceries away, and she called me and said that there was a guy harassing her at the pool.
Okay. Was it that guy over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I just ran over here. And as soon as I got here, he got out of the pool and stared screaming.
At you?
At me and my wife.
Okay. What was he saying?
He was saying something like, your wife is f***ing crazy, she's f***ing crazy, she's making me move, or I'm not going to move. And that's kind of how it started. It was just like, basically hurling insults at my wife. But then he got out of the pool and he started like swinging his arms up and down.
Okay.
Ryan's actions, however, appeared completely different to how this guy explained them. It was clear that he was lying to get out of trouble. Moving on, when confronted with the question of brandishing his weapon, he even proceeded to lie about that.
You told that other officer that you put your hands up like this so that
My wife
the
said
gun
that.
is displayed.
I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you. I know it didn't come out of the holster or anything like that.
No, I didn't say it came out, but how was he able to know that you were armed? Because he called us and said that you were armed. So how did he know that?
I don't know. I mean, if I lift my shirt up, you could see it.
Okay.
But-
So did you want him to see that you were armed? Did you tell him you were armed?
I don't think so. No.
As Officer Bethany couldn't extract any concrete information from Anna's husband, another officer went over to try his luck. However, he suddenly started to have some health problems.
Yeah, I spoke to him. I'm trying to understand exactly what happened again. Can you explain to me from your perspective what happened?
I mean, I think I already explained it as well as I can.
The officer was courteous enough to allow him some time to recover. However, it's also important to remember that the same officers almost rushed in on Ryan and weren't ready to give him 1 minute. Soon after, another officer went over to him, making an attempt to gather information.
He started screaming, he started getting closer, he started balling up his fists.
So he's walking towards you?
Yes.
Okay.
I think then my wife got closer to him, and I tried to insert myself in between them.
Okay.
So at that point, we were maybe like 4 or 5 feet apart.
Okay. At what point in time did you pull up your shirt?
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm really not sure.
What was your intentions when you pulled up your shirt?
You know, I really am not comfortable saying anymore. I'm so hazy in my memory that I don't want to say the wrong thing. Can I wait till I have a lawyer?
Sure, absolutely. That's 100% up to you.
Once again, he asked for time, and the officers granted his request. In the end, the officers couldn't extract any evidence from him and decided to leave him alone. Ryan was also uncuffed and might go off without any charges. However, after the incident, the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department started an internal investigation against Bethany, which resulted in an interview.
When you arrived, you recall Mr. Gould was wearing a bathing suit and Crocs.
When I arrived, I remember seeing, yes, a male wearing multicolored shorts. And as I was pulling in, I could see him, and then as he was walking towards me, he was now to my left as I'm starting to pull around. And just behind him, by where the stop curb was, I noticed a lump. I wasn't sure what it was at a time. If it was a shirt, if it was a backpack, if it was a towel, I wasn't sure. Out to his side, he at that point was listening to my commands, but then once I had gotten him handcuffed, he's still verbally resisting because he immediately went to stand back up.
The investigator made sure to grill Officer Bethany for her actions throughout the incident. Despite her attempts to evade the allegations, the body cam footage always gave a different story.
Okay, but so we have 8 seconds in between when he took his phone out of his pocket and when you drew down on him.
Okay.
And in those 8 seconds, the phone was out of his pocket. He made no other attempt to go back into his pocket. Right?
From my vantage point, I saw his hands drop. I don't know what else he's going for. I don't know.
When did you see his hands drop?
So, from my vantage point, before I even got out of the car, I saw this. I saw both hands disappear, which prompted me to say what I initially said to him.
Right.
I mean, yeah, but again, like I said, in my mindset at the time, like, that's nerve-wracking. That's uncomfortable. I'm trying to do the best that I can at that point to make a scene secure. You know, I'm not saying that the last thing I'm thinking about is cover, but I'm trying to prevent an incident or potential incident.
Now, you handcuffed Mr. Gould.
I did.
At any time, because it's not clearly visible on video, was he searched?
At that time, no.
Bethany made several blunders throughout the encounter with Ryan, and at one time in the investigation, she began to acknowledge her mistakes.
I'm not myself at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, what is happening to me? How do I, verbalize this, that I'm having an issue, that this guy is still yelling and screaming. I'm still trying to maintain a level of control. There was a lot for me at that moment going on.
You recall the things he was yelling?
Just like, I don't have to listen to you. You're not my mom.
The comments that we discussed, right? Mocking his toenails, calling him a punk, etc. Would you agree that that is not professional behavior?
I would agree, yes. I'm not going to dispute that at all.
Okay.
As the officer was concluding the investigation, Bethany recounted the time she was first told by her sergeant that she might be disciplined on this matter and started crying in front of him.
So when I did ask him, as my supervisor and someone I've known for 20 years, what's going to happen? What's going on? I found it disheartening to hear him laugh. That after I did get out of the hospital several days later, that it was funny to him why I was asking him that AC Bechtel was calling for me. I had no idea at that point, and there's a time and a place for everything. We all know that. You know, could I have picked a better time and a place for my interaction with Mr. Gould? Absolutely. I own that. However, there was a time and a place to discuss something like that, and that wasn't the time.
Okay.
I had been humiliated in front of my spouse and 2 other officers by my supervisor, someone I've known for 20 years.
After the investigation, the police department decided to fire Officer Bethany Guerrero. However, Ryan didn't quite settle for this, as he proceeded to file a lawsuit against the officer, the city, and the police department, asking for an undisclosed amount in damages. However, that's not the last time a corrupt cop brought his city a significant lawsuit.
Turn around.
You just said, hold on.
Stop, Dick. Stop.
I
Stop.
can get my phone out.
Stop.
Wait,
Stop.
why are you putting your
Stop.
hands on me?
On June 24th, 2019, 52-year-old Mark Domino went to work on his motorbike, while his wife, who worked at the same retail store, drove there in her car. As he ended his shift, Mr. Domino proceeded to their car and looked inside it for a minute before returning to his bike on the other side of the parking lot. A bystander who saw this thought Domino might be stealing someone's car and notified the police. Soon after, as Domino was standing near his motorbike, an officer appeared and began confronting him.
How's it going, man? I'm Officer Lors, Clarkson Police Department. Put your phone down for a second. What do you got in your pocket there? Is that just something hanging off your backpack? What is that, a hanger? What are you doing with that? Is this your bike?
Yes.
It's your bike? You got ID on you?
Why do you need my ID?
Because somebody saw you looking at cars, so I'm here just checking and see what's going on. You got ID on you?
Yeah, I do, but did
Okay,
I do anything?
yeah, I'm figuring that out right now. I'll take a look at your ID, though.
You don't need my ID unless I did something.
Okay.
Unless you're taking me in for something
Turn
I've
around,
done.
put your hands behind your back right
what?
now.
For
now!
What? For what?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Now!
For what?
The officer took no time to escalate the situation, and instead of calmly explaining to Domino what was happening, he pushed for an arrest without any legitimate cause.
108, pick it up. You're gonna obey me, or you're gonna go on the ground.
Why do I need to obey you?
Because I'm giving you a lawful order.
For what?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Did I do anything?
Yes. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
What did I do?
Do you want to get tased?
Excuse me?
Turn around and put
For
your
what? Do you know I work here?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Do you know I work here? This is my bike.
Okay.
So what did I do for you to approach me and then tell me that put my hands behind my back?
Sir.
What are you arresting me for?
I'm not arresting you. Right now, you're not cooperating with me.
For what?
And you're getting agitated.
You asked me for my ID.
Right.
I don't have to give you my ID.
Okay.
Unless I've done something. What have I done?
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
For what? Are you arresting me? And for what
I'm
purpose?
detaining you.
Detaining me for what? Why are you detaining me?
You're not even listening.
What did I do for you to detain me?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Was there a report that I stole something?
Yes.
There was a report that I stole something.
Turn around.
You just said, hold on.
Stop, Dick. Stop.
I can
Stop.
get my phone out.
Stop.
Wait a
Stop.
minute. Why are you putting your hands on me?
Domino began to grow increasingly aggressive, frustrated by the lack of clarity regarding why he was detained. If only threatening him wasn't enough, the officer also brought out his taser, directly pointing it at him.
Stop.
Why are you putting your hands?
Hey,
why are you
stop.
putting your hands?
Stop.
No.
Stop.
What?
You're gonna get
Why are you
tased.
putting
Stop.
your hands on me?
Stop.
Why are you putting your hands on me?
Stop. Stop resisting.
You are
Stop.
attacking me.
Stop resisting.
Call some used vehicle prowling. You match the description.
Stop
Oh,
resisting.
black guy vehicle prowling?
You need to
Really?
chill out.
Was it a black guy vehicle?
Stop.
Why are you trying to take me down?
Why are you fighting?
Stop.
You are trying to force
Stop.
me. Take me down for no
Stop.
reason.
You're pushing.
Stop.
Pushing what?
Stop.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Stop.
I know my rights.
Stop talking and stop fighting, or we will use force.
You're using force now.
Stop.
We haven't even started.
Oh, and I have to tell you. Yes, John.
Stop.
Record this.
Additional units.
Why are you detaining me?
Put your hands behind your back.
Why are you detaining me?
Match the description of a vehicle prowl suspect. At this time, you're being detained.
Detained for what?
What did he do?
What did I do?
Stop.
I just told you.
What did he do?
Domino kept on resisting and attempted to break free from the officer's grasp, however. That's when the officer deployed his taser, causing the old man to drop onto his knees.
You're under arrest for obstruction.
Obstructing what? Obstructing what? Ah! Ah! Ah!
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting. Get on your stomach. Stop resisting. You're gonna get tased again. Roll over. Vehicle proud suspect. Is he? Yes. Stop resisting.
Just wait for the other guys to get here.
Other units, pick it up.
Clerks want to wait. Also, if you could have somebody contact RP and see if she's still on scene. Just stay on your side, okay?
No.
Despite his resistance, the officers managed to pin him face first onto the ground and proceeded to handcuff him illegally. However, no one even tried to ensure whether Domino actually committed the crime or not.
Arrest for what? Arresting me for
We're
what?
not going to argue right now.
Arresting me for what is the problem?
Let's get him out of here.
Yeah, what you arresting me for?
Stand up, man.
That's first. Obstructing justice. Obstructing what? Huh? Obstructing what? Getting on my own bike? Getting on my own motorcycle?
Check that front pocket. Okay, good.
Moments later, the officer also confronted Jody Burnell, the individual who had made the suspicious call against Domino.
You, Jody?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your ID with you?
I do. I'm over here.
Okay.
I'm 214's mom.
Okay. Is that the male that you
Yeah.
saw? Okay. Can you get me video? Male that came to this bike, everything that he did. He's an employee. We've got a witness that saw him going into cars, and we just fought and tased him. So
bike right there.
That bike, male come to it. Where did he walk? Which cars?
The car that he got into was clear on the other end.
Okay.
He kinda
So you
walked.
saw one male walking from all the way over there,
Clear over to here.
and
'cause
that's the male that we talked to.
Yeah, I watched him. He
Okay.
got into 3 doors of that car, and then he just walked
Okay.
away and came clear over here. So I
Okay.
thought, well, that's not right.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the woman came
Can
over
you
and
start looking at that for me?
the woman came over and was
Okay.
kind of pissed, saying it was his car is registered with him.
However, finally, the moment of truth came as the officers were told about the mistake they had made. Despite knowing the truth, the officer made no attempts to rectify his mistake and instead continued to shift the entire blame on Domino.
How many cars did he look at?
Just the one. But
Just the one.
Like,
One car far,
like my pickup would
a
be
gray
parked.
Chevy Aveo, is registered to him. The same as the bike.
Okay. He could have.
Yeah, right in the state.
Clarkston 119, run an attached one. No, and then he started, like, he was just super agitated, super, I don't have to tell you my name. I'm like, listen, man, so right now you're being detained, and he got all jacked up, and so I'm like, okay, turn around and put your hands behind your back. I'm gonna detain you. No. And then once Rabbit got here, he reached into his pocket real fast, and we went hands-on at that point and sort of danced around with him because he's a big dude like this for a while. And then finally he wrapped his arm around me, and I had my taser out already, and I tased him, and we took him down and finally got him cuffed, but we fought with him the whole time. So all he had to do was talk.
Yeah, if you would have said, that's my car, it could have been done in 2 seconds.
At this point, Domino should have been released and apologized to. However, he was taken to the police station where he was charged with resisting arrest and obstructing a law enforcement officer. Subsequently, he was released a few hours later. Soon after this incident, Domino decided to file a lawsuit seeking $5 million in damages against the officer and the city. However, in a plea deal, the city of Clarkston dismissed every charge against Domino and agreed to pay him $25,000 to resolve the case. Domino accepted the deal and opted not to move forward with the $5 million case. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we got to see cases where police officers did the unthinkable and later regretted their decision. Particularly notable was the first case where the female officer showed no respect for the law and didn't showcase any empathy towards the victim. Fortunately, the officer was fired and a lawsuit is also in proceedings. Similarly, in the next case, the victim got his charges dropped and received some monetary compensation. However, that doesn't justify the previous events and the officer's actions. actions, which simply should not have occurred. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.